Action Research News Special Report. Recently, an action research study was completed involving 65 8th grade students and 2 teachers in Scottsdale, Arizona, creating a science curriculum-based movie. The project looked at relationships between a teacher's instructional design and teaching, while also making connections on student behaviors and perceptions on using 21st century learning skills. Here to bring you a closer look into this research is Carl Oxner, reporting straight from the 21st century. Carl?
Thank you, Carl. I'm speaking to you directly from the 21st century. Life is really different here. Technology is everywhere. You don't even have to use DVDs anymore to watch a movie. They have these pod things. And in some schools, they have these cheap little video cameras where you can make your own movie in seconds without even using videotape. Oh, look, there's Jennifer Aniston. She's going to say a little bit about education in the 21st century. Hey, Jennifer, come on over. Come on.
It's really great.
Carl? This is the 21st century. We're already there.
Well, why aren't more people integrating 21st century skills in their classroom teaching then? You know, businesses and corporations, along with government task teams, are all asking for it. Actually, this is the reason that I am giving the results of this action research on streaming video. If teachers can't model using 21st century learning skills in the classroom, then how can they be expecting it to happen with their students? The purpose of this study was to have an 8th grade classroom create a curriculum-based movie, science fair musical, to find elements of 21st century learning themes of problem solving, creativity, communication, collaboration, and leadership in the areas of teacher planning, teacher practices, and student perceptions. 2 teachers and 65 students kept journals while creating, writing, performing, and recording a science-based musical movie. A pre-test post-test on science curriculum was quantified to assess content, and 21st century themes were tracked in their journals. No significant increase in test scores were found, possibly from errors of measurement and threats to internal validity, but qualitative research suggested that students perceived a high efficacy of 21st century learning innovations in this project. Of those that responded, 86.6 stated that making a curriculum-based movie to teach science concepts was good creativity. One student relayed, "How often does one get the opportunity to completely revamp the song Push It to the Limit by Corbin Bleu and get to teach scientific concepts?" The student also said, "This should be mandatory for all schools nationwide to help kids bring out their creative side." 88.1% remarked that the project introduced good collaboration. A few students felt that collaboration was bad, about 7.1%, because of laziness or that people were too different in their group to work together. 83.3% of the students had good comments about their communication skills.
When it came to leadership perceived in their group, 40.7% felt that they or another person kept them focused. However, a new theme was discovered from 55.1% of the students' journals. Basically, we all contributed to the making of our song. We did not really have a named leader, but we managed to get everyone's opinion in using shared leadership.
88.6% of the students perceived that creating a movie to teach science was a good way of learning. Students felt excited about different ways of learning.
One student said, "I prefer making a movie to learn opposed to the traditional methods, because when we make movies, we are not just learning one thing, but many other things in the process. An example would be communication, science, and teamwork."
From the teacher's perspectives, creativity, collaboration, communication, leadership, and problem solving were found to be very evident. These same 21st century innovation skills were also being observed in themselves, both in teacher planning and in teacher action in the classroom. It required more collaboration time, too, to explain ideas to each other. Both teachers found it evident that a project-based movie consumed a lot of time in their classroom, where if it was taught in a direct method, more content could be taught. Even the students felt the same way, saying that it didn't hinder their learning, but it was time-consuming much of the class time and crammed a lot of reading homework on them.
8.3 of us felt that we couldn't problem solve easily. No one listened to our ideas. And 2.3 of us felt that creating a project-based movie is not really a good way of learning. We felt that it hindered our learning because learning science through a musical is fun, but you forget all the details of the song, and you never want to listen to them because everyone is tone deaf in our class. Reading from a book is a much thorough way to learn. A musical is just a fluff grade that takes time off of school and of science class.
The video also is being entered into various student film festivals to give students the perception that creation and implementation is for a real-world audience. This gave the students the perception that it will be seen by many people so that they would do their best work. We will let the judges decide that. Making a movie in the 21st century classroom does allow for innovation to happen, but more studies need to explore if making a movie increases content learning, along with discovering ideas to motivate other teachers not versed in using technology to teach 21st century skills. I hope this inspires other schools to use and explore curriculum-based movie making to encourage 21st century learning skills. This is Carl Oxner talking to you live from the 21st Century for Action Research News. Back to you, Carl.
Can I be in your movie?
Thank you for joining us today. This is Action Research News. Good night.